Hi there, my name is Stephanie and I wanted to thank you for taking the time to watch my video today. I do have to apologize in advance, it is a little bit amateur. I'm not very video savvy or computer savvy, so I may do. But anyway, I wanted to share my story with you today as to some of the confusion and frustration that I had in my journey to collect the line of Disney My First Princess Toddler dolls. And when I was stumbling across these issues, I couldn't find anything online. There were no direct websites for the line of these dolls, and I couldn't find anything about other people who were coming across these situations. So I just decided I would gather everything, learn the hard way in actually collecting the dolls, as to the differences in there actually being two different lines of them. And I wanted to compile this all together to share with you, and hopefully it might help you out. So a little bit about me. I have an 18-month-old daughter, and I knew that the minute that I was pregnant with a little girl that she was going to be showered with princess stuff. I was brought up on all the classic Disney movies, and specifically the princess movies where, you know, Belle and Ariel and Cinderella were all my favorites. And so I knew that I was going to be handing that down to my daughter. Truthfully, I had actually been kind of boycotting some of the newer princesses. I wasn't really liking the way that the characters were looking. So it wasn't until I was pregnant that I actually caved and watched Rapunzel, and I instantly fell in love with her. And I knew that my baby was going to be my little Rapunzel, and I had to collect everything Rapunzel that I could. So when she turned 1, my mom actually found this precious little Rapunzel plush doll that my baby just absolutely loves. She's so cute. But they have a whole line of these, you know, with Belle and Cinderella and Ariel and Anna and Elsa and Merida and other dolls. But this is what started my obsession. Shortly after, I was on the search for an actual baby doll for her. And I ended up finding this precious little Rapunzel Disney My First Princess baby doll. Now, even within this line, there's, you know, a few different ones, depending on if the hair is actual hair, if it's plastic hair. Some of the dolls are a little bit different sizes, but this just fueled my obsession with these dolls. So one day I was shopping in Target with my baby and came across this Rapunzel and fell in love, of course, too. She was a set in a box that included a matching dress for the toddler girl. This is what the box looked like. And I noticed that on the back of the box that there were other characters that were included within this series. So Ariel, Aurora, Belle, Cinderella, and Merida. Now I'm going to say that for this I'm not profiling Merida or Tiana, which are included on the back of other boxes, as well as Mulan, who has been shown in some of the pictures. They're not ones that I've collected. I actually haven't even seen those movies. So I was focusing on the classic princesses along with Rapunzel. So the dress that was included with that was this. And you can see that the dress for the girl kind of mirrors the dress for the doll. Pretty similar. And it wasn't until I actually got this doll and dress out of their box that I noticed that it wasn't the one that I had expected to have had. Because once I found her, I went online and I started finding that there were two versions, and the dresses were a little bit different. So 2 Belles and then 2 Cinderellas and 2 Ariels. And I actually started picking the ones that I thought the dresses were more true to the character. I started getting them in the mail. I started kind of collecting them and putting them away in the closet. I had collected, obviously, my Rapunzel. I collected Belle, and then this Aurora and this Ariel. So it wasn't until I took this out of the box so that we could go to Disney on Ice and the Dare to Dream series, because they were profiling Rapunzel, that I noticed that this wasn't the dress that I thought I had. So when I looked online, I ended up finding this other Rapunzel doll. And as you can see, feature-wise, these two dolls are pretty much identical. The faces are exactly the same, down to the freckles. The top of the dress is the same, the crown. The hair on this one is a little bit longer, but the dresses at the bottom were different. This one had this kind of little over part with glitter versus this one was a little shorter. Not a big deal until I noticed that the dolls themselves were different sizes. And that's when I started getting really frustrated. One doll is 14 inches and one doll is 15 inches. You can see in their shoes that the size is different. So the mold on one doll was slightly bigger than the mold on the other doll, but other than that, they were the same. Likewise, though, the dresses for the little girl were different. So this is the dress that came with the 14-inch doll, and then this is the dress that came with the 15. So you can see that this one kind of mirrors that doll. But the tops are different, the coloring is different on the sleeves. So, you know, I was like, okay, not the end of the world. I'd rather have, you know, 2 different dresses and one of the same. Plus, you can never have too many princess dresses, in my opinion. So then I kind of started freaking out. I was like, well, wait, what about the other dolls I already have? So got them out of the closet and noticed that I had the tall Belle in the 15 inches, and then I had the 14-inch Aurora and the 14-inch Ariel, and I was like, well, that's not good. I'm slightly OCD. My dolls all had to match. They had to be the same size. You can't have them be different heights. That's just silly. So then I was on a mission to find all the correct height dolls. And in my opinion, the dolls that were on the line of the 15-inch ones, the dresses were more true to the actual character, color-wise and feature-wise, than on the 14-inch line. So I started collecting them more in the mail, tried to find them online, and couldn't find them anywhere in the store, so that was pretty frustrating. So I just started getting them in the mail and then keeping them. And as you can see, I was able to find all 6 of the 15-inch dolls, so that the ones that I want at least. So I have Aurora, Belle, Snow White, Cinderella, and then Ariel and Rapunzel. Now, I noticed though that when you're ordering these, this is the box for the 14-inch doll. Here's the SKU and the UPC code. This is the box. I'm sorry, that's the 15-inch. Here's the box for the 14-inch. They're the same. And that's the same thing that ended up happening when I looked at my 2 Auroras. The SKUs and the UPC are the same. So you might be expecting to get one in the mail based on the picture, and you end up actually getting a different doll, which is what was happening to me. So anyway, that was the frustration. Now, this is the picture that I was basing most of my finding on. This is the line of the 15-inch dolls, and as you can see, it has Mulan and Tiana profiled. But those were the ones that I was looking for with those dresses. So I finally found them all, much to my, upset though, because nowhere on the boxes, nowhere online even, does it really say the height differences for the dolls. So I'm going to grab the camera and I'm going to show you the back of the boxes so you can see some other things that I came across. Not every back of the box shows everything. You can see, for example, it's for Cinderella, it just shows her. For Snow White, it does show all of them. So this is the Snow White box for the 15-inch doll. Here's the Belle that would correspond with that line. Ariel, Tiana, Aurora, Cinderella, and Rapunzel. And then this line also includes Rapunzel in her wedding gown, but I haven't bothered to try to collect her because honestly I've already got 2 Rapunzels. But anyway, so this was the Belle I thought I had. Already, tucked away in the closet, and based on the picture online, this is the one I thought I ordered. With this dress, this white flower here, and then these kind of over the shoulder like that. But when I ended up looking at my actual box after I found this issue, this is the one I ended up having. So, which honestly, in my opinion, I actually kind of like this dress better for the little girl, because this one looks a little bit more like Belle's actual dress in the movie. So then when I was on my mission to try to find the 15-inch Aurora, because I already had the 14-inch one, which looked like that, this is the one I thought I was going to be getting when I found it online at Target. I only found one Target in my area that actually still had it in stock. They warned me the box was a little beat up. I said, that's fine. Ran there and got it. I thought this was the one I was getting because that's the picture that it had, and I was happy about that because that dress was very adorable for the little girl and true to character in my opinion. But then I get the box, and this is actually the one that was in it. Completely different. So that was very frustrating. You can even see here, this Tiana, and again, these are both the 15-inch ones. This one has kind of a little poof on the shoulders for the little girl's dress, whereas this one doesn't. It's kind of more like a Tinkerbell dress. So I was very, very confused and frustrated all around. I didn't really know what was going on. So when I'm looking at the line of the 14-inch dolls, you know, this is the Rapunzel, Merida, which I haven't been able to find in 15 inches. Cinderella, and as you can see, this one in my opinion isn't like the character, it's got pink on it. Likewise with Belle, it's got that pink sash in the middle, but I do feel that Ariel is actually true to character with the purple top and then the bottom being like her fins in aqua. Whereas the 15-inch Ariel looks like this. Now I looked everywhere for this Ariel, could not find the set with the dress. I resorted to having to get this Ariel on her own in a holiday dress box. So it comes with this purple dress, which is fine. Not a big deal. I've got my 15-inch Ariel. But that was very, very frustrating for me to discover all of this when I thought all along I wouldn't even think that the dolls would be different sizes. I didn't even think that that would be an issue. But it was. So I just went ahead and I finished my journey. I got all the dolls that I wanted. I do want to note that I did also find Princess Jasmine. And that in itself was very frustrating because I ordered her online. I'm waiting for her to come in the mail. The description says product dimensions 15 inches. It's like, awesome, she's 15 inches. She's my first princess line. But then when I actually found her at Target the other day and I measured her, she was 14 inches. So, frustrating. I'm waiting for her to come though. I'm probably going to keep her. Anyway, so that's my first princess toddler line. They do have, well, as you can see, I have an Elsa and an Anna in what they now have, they call a reflection eyes line. And you can see that on these ones, their eyes are bigger. And, sorry, their eyes are bigger and a little bit 3D. But these ones came with the dresses, so that's why I kept them. I actually don't really like Frozen all that much, but they kind of rounded out the collection. Now I did find that they do have an Elsa and an Anna in this look of the line. Hi baby, thank you. But they're not actually my first princesses. They're just from the Frozen line. Now, sorry, my daughter. Now they have since actually come out with the reflection eyes line for all of these other princesses, so you can get all of them with the reflection eyes. I'm not sure what the heights are. When I measured these dolls though, they honestly measured about 13.5 inches or 14 inches, so they're about the same height as the smaller of these ones. But I don't really actually like the looks of the reflection eyes. I like the softness of these ones. Hi baby. So anyway, that was my journey with that. And then I also wanted to note that there is another line called the Animators Edition. And within that line, they have, each character itself might have a couple different dresses. Can I put you down? So, for example, the Belle, they have her with her signature ball gown, as well as her regular dress. And then for Rapunzel, for example, hers are all the same dress, but similar situation in that I thought I was getting a certain dress based on the picture online, and this is the one I actually got. The one I thought I was getting had a little ruffle around the bottom, and this one doesn't. But with these, you can collect them all, and you can go crazy trying to find them all, and I've got my 2 favorites. That's all I care about. So, you know, have fun with those ones if you want to try to collect those. But anyway, I hope this might help you. You know, this was kind of frustrating for me to find this out the hard way. And for some people it might not be a big deal, but for me it was, because I like them all to be the same. Trust me, they're not staying in their boxes. They're going to come out. Those dresses are going to get worn, and those dolls are going to get played with once she's old enough. Oh, I do want to note though that I have noticed that they're making corresponding boy dolls for the My First Princess line. I believe it matches the 15-inch doll line, so you can get Flynn Rider for Rapunzel, you can get Eric for Ariel, Prince Charming for Cinderella, Adam for Belle, and then Philip for Aurora. So those I'm finding, but they're a little bit far between to actually find them for a pretty decent price without paying a lot, but they do have them. But anyway, for now, my collection is complete. I hope it might help you, what I've learned and shared with you today, and I hope that any questions you might have had might get answered. Again, I haven't looked into everything because there are other My First Princess toddler dolls I've seen with different dresses, and the boxes are different. I'm not even going into those. I was more concerned with the line of the dresses being included. So there you go, and I hope you enjoyed this. Again, thank you for watching.